Good day to lecturers and to my friends. Today I and my friends going to present the project phase 2 of DSC 40163 System Analysis and Design. My name is Munishwari, daughter of Muniandi. My registration number is 03DDT19 F1025. So the project title of we choose is Polymers Go application. My teammate name is Archana, daughter of Chandrasekharan, 03DDT19 F1027. Salvakumari, daughter of Salvaraju, 03DDT19 F1031. Confirmation of project is we admit that this work is the work of our own expert, except each of which we have explained the source. Application is the utmost application will be delivered to God for giving the strength as well as the knowledge and ability to complete this preparation for final year project FYP report within the stipulated time. A great application to my lecturer for her continuous guidance and examples throughout the final year project period. A great thanks to both of our parents for their continuous motivation to during this finishing period of this project. Not to forget, to all lecturers of this Information and Communication Technology Department JTMK, especially our academic supervisor PA Mrs. Nor Azalina Binti Effendi, for caring and always guides us in everything we did. Besides that one who was being our backbone throughout this final year project, in addition always give us guidance to complete all the work. All in all, thank you to all the parties who are involved either directly or indirectly in assisting us throughout the FYP preparation period. Thank you. Abstract for this project is, over the years the manual attendance system has been carried across most of educational institutions. To overcome the problem of manual attendance, now we are using a web-based attendance management system, which can be implemented on any mobile. This system is being developed to maintain easy access of information from the database. Managing student attendance during in hostel has become a difficult challenge. The ability to compute the presence of students become a major task as manual computation produces errors and wastes a lot of time. For the state reason, an efficient web-based application for attendance management system is designed to track students' presence in the hostel. This application takes attendance technically and the records of the presence will store in database. The system designed using the model, view and controller MVC architecture and implemented using the power of framework. JavaScript is adding to the application to improve the use of the system. MySQL is used to the application database. The system designed in a way that can differentiate the presence and absence since that rate of them is different for calculating the percentage of the student's presence. Insertion, deletion, addition and changes of data in the system can do straightforward via the designed GUI without interacting with the tables. Different presentation of information is obtainable from the system. The test case of the system exposed that the system is working enormously and is ready to use to manage to attend student for any on in hostel. Introduction due to record absence and presence having a large number of students, so it's difficult task and consuming. Moreover, the process takes much time and many efforts are spent by the students to complete the attendance rates for each student. So in many institutions and academic organizations, attendance is a very important criterion which is used for various purposes. These purposes include record keeping in hostel. The process of recording attendance for students was in the book of hard copy papers and the system was manually done. Besides wasting time and taking effort for preparing sheets and documents, other disadvantages may be visible to the traditional one due to loss or damage to the sheets. Sheet could be stolen. Content of page is: page 1 is confirmation of project, page 3 is application, page 4 is abstract, page 5 and 6 table of content, page 7 start with the chapter 1.1 introduction, page 8 is chapter 2 2.1 problem statement, page 9 is chapter 3 3.1 objective of project, page 10 is chapter 4 4.1 scope of project, 4.1.1 system scope, 4.1.2 user scope, page 11 is chapter 5 5.1 project signification, page 11 is chapter 6 6.1 literature review introduction, 6.2 is analysis, 6.3 is existing system, 6.4.1 is advantages of proposed system. Is page 14 is 6.5 feasibility study, 6.5.1 economically feasibility, 6.5.2 technical feasibility. Page 15 6.53 6.5.3 operational feasibility, 6.6 Android operating system, 6.7 exciting application and system. Page 15 and 16 is 6.7.1 attendance, 6.7.2 BAC student attendance, 6.7.3 attendance taker. Page 17 is 6.8 similarities with Polymath Go application using mobile application. 6.9 is chapter summary. Page 18 is start with chapter 7. 7 point is methodology introduction. 7.2 is mobile application development life cycle MADLC. Page 19 is 7.2.1 identification phase. Page 20 is 7.2.2 design phase. Page 20 and 21 is 7.2.3 development phase. Page 22 is 7.2.4 prototyping phase, 7.2.5 testing phase, 7.2.6 deployment phase. Page 23 is 7.2.7 maintenance phase. Page 24 is 7.3 hardware and software requirement. 7.3.1 is hardware. 7.3.2 is software. Page 25 is 7.4 process model. Page 725 is 7.4.1 context diagram. Page 26 is 7.4.2 data flow diagram level 0. Page 27 is 7.4.3 entity relationship diagram. Page 28 and 29 is 7.5 data dictionary and database design. Page 13 is 7.6 chapter summary. Chapter 8 start at page 31. 8.1 Gantt chart. Chapter 9 start at page 32. 9.1 conclusion introduction. 9.2 project contribution. 9.3 result discussion. Page 33 9.4 project constraint and limitations. 9.4.1 future work. 9.5 conclusion. Chapter 10 is page 34. 10.1 reference. So now we see the chapter 1 for our project. 1.1 Introduction. Attendance management system is software developed for daily evaluation of students in their performance in accordance with the principle of the institution. It is facilitated to access the performance and information of attendance of a particular student in a particular semester of study. The information is sorted by the security management as provided by the student for a particular day to record a complete semester in hostel. This eligibility of the student to sit in hostel. Attendance management system basically has two main modules for proper functioning. First module is admin, which hold the key for editing and updating information. The admin has absolute right to all the user, which are the students. Second is handled by a user, which is students. He or she have less privilege to the access of the system. Meanwhile, the student can only view his or her own record by accessing into the application. He or she will be able to see the information if there is any needs to edit the information, which confirm after. Now let's see chapter 2, problems 2.1, problem statement. Polymas uses paper-based manual attendance system by giving the book to check whether the student is in the hostel or not. For the sake of this system, many problems are faced in the manual system. First problem is there is no system application that help to record getting and out of student in Polymas. Second is students are literally hard to write down all the information on record book that contains name, metric number, date, time, and signature. Sometimes security management loss of instructional time production to search students on the attendance book by pages. Number 3 is statistical information is not easily to be derived and it take a long time. Students already has lots of commitments. Meanwhile, students still has to queue to record their info in record when they are getting out or into hostel. Now chapter 3. 3.1 Objective of project. This application is used to manage attendance record of students. Traditional manually taken attendance on register or sheets could be easily transferred into system to ensure the application is well developed and user certification. Objective and that have been pointed out is to have a management to monitor student absence and presence in hostel or Polymas by this mobile application. Second is make it easy by scanning QR code in this mobile application. Third is build a user-friendly mobile application for record students' absence and presence. Okay, now is chapter 4, 4.1 Scope of project. The proposed system will be managed to process of attendance that will be saved in specific database. The system will be mainly designed for students who are staying in the hostel of Polymas. Once the student scanning the QR code by the scanner through mobile, it will directly keep the records and that in database, which is quick integration and generate the information that contains the time when the students get in and out from hostel. Level of access. The system will have two levels of access. First is student, second is security management. Users are students. The project scope of this project is students. This application requires students to register and record their information details in order to use the application. Students can log in and sign in attendance for record the information of their absence and presence. Students can QR code given out using the application. All the information and details of students can be seen by security management. Second is system. System is managed by the security management. The application is to take the students register and record their information. Digitally, this entire process is much simpler and quicker. The mobile application more organized and clean. Improve visibility to track and manage student attendance and absence. Then chapter 5, 1.5 project significance. Due to the ineffective communication problem faced by security management, we decided to come up with an application-based app which is Polymas Go mobile app. Therefore, security management can manage Polymas Go app is an alternative way to know more information about the students in hostels. Polymas Go mobile app will be able to provide a clear view of the student absence and presence in hostel. Other than that, all the information in this application can help security management to check the students' absence and presence. This application can reduce paperwork, which promotes the green environment and improve quality of administrative and smartphone usage skill among the security management and students. It's become more efficient and systematic. So now chapter 6, my friend Archana will continue. Thank you.
My name is Archana, daughter of Chandrasekhan, and my metric number is 03DDT19 F1027. Before I'm explaining, my teammate Moneswari was explaining introduction to chapter 5. So now I am going to continue with chapter 6. So 6.1, literature review introduction. So literature review means searching, collecting and analyzing any issues related from previous journal or research paper. The information that has been gathered is about what method and what contributions that the research has been achieved in improving the uses of the application while discussing the report, analyzing the fact finding and the approach and techniques that are going to be used in completing the Polymers Go application project. The fact finding are being analyzed by identifying the current situation and available resources. So now 6.2 analysis. Analysis can be defined as breaking up of any whole so as to find out their nature and function. It defines design as to make preliminary sketches of, to sketch a pattern or outline for plan, to plan and carry out especially by artistic arrangement or in a skillful wall. System analysis and design can be characterized as a set of techniques and processes, a community of interests, a cultural and an intellectual orientation. So now we are going to look at the various tasks in the system analysis include the following. So understanding application, planning, scheduling, developing candidate solution, performing trade studies, performing cost benefit analysis, recommending alternative solutions, and supervising installing and maintaining the system. So the system manages to the analysis of the report creation and develops manual system of the student attendance. First design the student sign-up account. This project will help the attendance system for the security management to calculate amount of students who are out of hostel and in hostel. The attendance application system will provide flexible into for all students. So now 6.3 existing system. So the existing system is a manual attendance for the student. Here the attendance will be carried out in handwritten registers. It will be a tedious job to maintain the record for the user. The human effort is more here. The retrieval of the information is not as easy as the records are maintained in the handwritten registers. This application requires correct feed on input into the respective field. Suppose the wrong inputs are entered, the application refuses to work. So the user finds it difficult to use. So now I'm going to move 6.4 proposed system. To overcome the drawbacks of the existing system, the proposed system has been evolved. This project aims to reduce the paperwork and saving time to generate accurate results from the students' attendance. The system provides with the best user interface. The efficient reports can be generated by using this proposed system. So now we are going to look at 6.4.1 advantages of proposed system. So it is trouble-free to use. It's a relatively fast approach to enter attendance. It's highly reliable, approximate a result from user best user interface and also efficient reports. So now 6.5 feasibility study. Feasibility analysis begins once the goals are defined. It starts by generating broad possible solutions which are possible to give an indication of what the new system should look like. So this is where creativity and imagination are used. Analysts must think up a new way of doing things, generate new ideas. There is no need to go into the detailed application operation yet. The solution should provide enough information to make reasonable estimates about project cost and give users an indication of how new application will fit into the organization. It is important not to accept considerable effort at this age only to find out the project is not worthwhile or that there is a significantly change the original goal. So, feasibility of a new application is ensuring that the new application which we are going to implement is efficient and affordable. There are various types of feasibility to be determined. So now 6.5.1 economically feasibility. Development of these applications is highly economically feasible. The only thing to be done is making an environment with an effective supervision. It is cost effective in the sense that has eliminated the paperwork completely. The system is also time effective because the calculations of students' absence and presence are automated, which are made at the end of the month or as per the user requirement. So now I am going to continue 6.5.2 technically feasibility. So the technical requirement for the system is economic and it doesn't use any other additional hardware and software. Technical evaluation must also assess whether the existing systems can be upgraded to use the new technology and whether the organization has the expertise to use it. Install all upgrades framework into the net package supported Windows-based application. This application depends on Microsoft Office and intranet service or database. Scan the QR code and generate report to Excel sheet. So now 6.5.3 operational feasibility. The system working is quite easy to use and learn due to its simple but attractive interface. User requires no special training for operating the system because it's very simple interfaces and simple to use. Technical performance includes issues such as determining whether the system can provide the right information for the management, personal student details, and whether the system can be organized so that it always delivers this information at the right place and on time using internet services. Expertise revolves around the current system and its personnel. So now 6.6 Android operating system. The students' apps using mobile application will be using Android operating system because it is an open platform and very stable for developing the application, as many users are familiar with the structure of Android operating system. This application is suitable by using Android platform instead of other platform because it is very easy to use instead of the other platform. The reason is because Android open platform has been embraced by much of the mobile development community. Another reason why Polymer's core apps using mobile application will be using Android open platform because it is surely complete, open and free. Android platform is an open source platform to user which doesn't need to pay anything as for the designer or user. Most of the people or most of the students are using Android mobile phone, so it's easy to the students to use this application. So now I am going to continue 6.7 existing application and system. So I'm going to explain 3 existing applications that are same and evenly match with our application, that going same function with our application. So first application is, the existing application is 6.7.1 attendance. So attendance is an app for teachers that want to take attendance in their classes using their phones. This is the first beta release of the app, so expect some rough edges here and there. With attendance, you can create causes, terms, and chords occurrence, create groups of students with different schedules add students to group, and finally take attendance. Attendance status can be configured for each occurrence and are present, absent, and late by default. Attendance also supports importing students' list from text files, importing student photos, and you can backup and restore the whole database. You can also add notes to a student in a particular class and add a topic to a class for the future reference. Export attendance data to CSV and HTML. In a future list, it will be possible to export to Excel, Markdown, or DokuWiki, and also email student and a bunch of other planned features. So now I'm going to move with 6.7.2 basic student, which is the second existing application. So now basic student attendance is used to take attendance of the student by scanning the beacon assigned to their particular classes. It helps parents get the latest updates about events including school term dates, parents-teacher meeting, and other activities at their children's school. So lastly, 6.7.3 attendance taker, the last application of existing system. So attendance taker is a professional attendance taker developed for academicians, instructors, and school teachers. Attendance taker supports importing students' lists from text files, importing students' photos, and you can backup and restore the whole database. So now I'm going to explain the similarities of polymorph application using mobile application with the existing three applications. So now the author of attendance application is Andy Destivo, and he gave a description for this application, that is attendance is an app for teachers that want to take attendance in their classes using their phones. This is the first beta release of the app, so expect some rough edges here and there. So what is the similarities between attendance app and also our polymorph application? So to collect the students' attendance and absence, connection between students and lecturers or teachers, and also using HTML5 and using CSS language. So now the author of basic student attendance application is Blitzfield Asia College. So basic student attendance is used to take attendance of students by scanning the beacon assigned to their particular classes. So I'm going to explain the similarities of the basic student attendance that's similar to our app to collect the students' attendance and absence. So now lastly, attendance taker's author is Fred Gavor, and he gave a description for this attendance. Attendance taker is a professional attendance taker developed for academicians, instructors, and school teachers. The similarities is to collect the students' attendance and absence, developed using Android-based application for attendance collectors. So now 6.9 chapter summary. Basically in this chapter, several research have been done in order to have a deep understanding of the method that is going to implement and proposed applications. Besides the review of related existing systems also have been done at this chapter. From the existing system, we can have an idea of how the proposed application can be developed so that it is functioning well and beneficial to all the users. So now I'm going to move to the chapter 7.1 methodology introduction. In this chapter, it will explain the specific details on the methodology being used in order to develop this project. In order to make sure the project is in the right path, methodology plays an important role as a guide for the project complete and working well as planned. There is different type of methodology that is used for different type of application. It is important to choose the right and suitable methodology for the development of an application. Thus, it is necessary to understand the application functionality itself. So, in order to ensure the effectiveness of the polymorph application, good identification is required before the development process begins. By using mobile application development lifecycle, that is we shortly called MATLC model, there are 7 phases involved. So 7.2 Application Development Lifecycle MATIC. So the phases in mobile application development lifecycle model are identification phase, design, development, prototyping, testing, development, and maintenance. All the methods are and process undertaken in mobile application development life cycle are more invisible. So this is the agile diagram, and then okay. Now 7.2.1 Identification phase. In the first phase, ideas are collected and categorized. The main objective of this phase is to come out with new ideas and improvements to the current complaint system. The existing system of any of these standards platforms are searched to establish the novelty of the idea. If a similar application exists in the market, the popularity of the application and the features supported are studied and compared. The differences with the existing systems are documented. If no similar application exists in an mobile application, then the idea with its core functionality should be documented. The other important task in this phase is to define the time required to develop the Polymer's application. The initial requirement gathering should also be completed. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you. My teammate Selya Kumari will be continuing with the next slide.
My name is Selya Kumari and my registration number is 03319 F1031. I'm going to present about maintenance phase starting from page 23. So the maintenance is the final phase of this model, and this maintenance is a continuous process. So this is the explanation and information about maintenance phase. After that, we have hardware and software requirements. In this application development process, the requirements such as software and hardware are the most important requirement to ensure all system development works smoothly. So for hardware, we have such as laptop, Android, mobile phone, for example, Galaxy S10. And then for software, we have Adobe Reader, Microsoft Word. Microsoft we have so many versions such as 2017, 2010. And the latest version is 2020. After that, we also have Notepad++ and then Notepad. Then I'm going to explain about process model. So this is the context diagram of Polymer's Go application. And so security management can use the students' record of Polymer's Go. So students have to sign up, then log in, then fill up students' details and scan the QR code. Then the app will show the output or details of the students. So students can see on their phone, but only security officers only can utilize the app. After that, we have DFD of the data flow diagram of Polymer's Go app. Then we have entity diagram of student security management. Students get in, students management gets out. Then we have data dictionary with entity of student info and security info respectively. Then we have database design of this. So this is table of student, this is table of security. Then we continue with chapters summary, explanation about the context diagram, the summary chapter of context diagram, data flow diagram, and also entity the relationship diagram, CD, DFD, and also ERD. Then we're going to chapter 8, which is gun chart. This is the gun chart of Polymers Go applications. This is a weekly gun chart. Then we have chapter 9. Chapter 9 is about discussing conclusion, project contributions. So these are the list of the achievements on this program. So discussion of the result is the result discussion is the explanation about result of the discussion. Then we also have project constraint and limitations, the problem and limitation in conducting this study. These three. Student cannot receive notification either the attendance is accepted or not. Lecturer is unable to track down the missing students, etc. Then these three are the suggestions that need to be considered, which is future work of our project. And last but not least, this is conclusion of our project, which is Polymers Go. So Polymers Go is an application that focuses on utilize students' attendance who stay in the hostel, who went out, who are getting into the polymers. So we want to do a mobile application that can register all the record of students, that makes students easy to register based on this previous study and discussion with supervisor. So this project will be implemented in this project will be implemented by QR code. QR code is the way of collecting the attendance, and the attendance application will provide an appropriate way for security officers to view students' absence or presence. And hopefully this application may help students and security officers to get an efficient way of storing student information. That's all. Thank you from us.